Hey guys, it's Chris, the tiny house guy, and I have a very unusual project for you tonight. So I just got done working on the camper a little bit, and I started putting in my Bluetti in the air conditioner and trying to figure out where it's all going to fit and how I'm going to build containers around it. And I discovered that this connector goes from my main power station, which is a Bluetti. I think it's like an AC 200 Max or 200P. I'm not sure which one. Don't know the models. But anyway, this plugs into that, and then the other end of this, which is exactly the same as this, plugs into an auxiliary battery. So that way I can add an 2 kilowatt hour battery to the thing, so I can have 4 kilowatt hours of power total. The problem is that if you can see here in the ruler, this is, I don't know, 6 inches. Like this sticks out literally sticks out 6 inches from the edge of the power station. So the power station, which was, I don't know, like 15 inches or whatever, turns out to be really really wide. And this cable, as you can see here, it's really thick. It doesn't turn very well. It doesn't bend very well. So it's going to be a problem. So what I did, you can see those bits right there. Well, those bits are what remains of the other end. And so let me show you what that looks like here. If I can do it on camera, look at that. And so that is what is inside of this. So there's a little switch. So I guess when you have that thing flipped, it flips that little, let me get you back in focus. I wonder if I can zoom in. There we go. So that switch just flips to say, hey, I'm engaged. I left this little latch on there. I might try zip tying it down or taping it down or something. It's clear that they've gone to all this trouble to have the button and the switch. They must really want you not to be able to disconnect this when it's in use. So I will try and maintain that if possible. Let me zoom in a little more. You can see that they did a really nice job in there. It looks like it's all conformally coated, soldered. Pretty good workmanship from what I can tell. But the big thing is, let me just zoom back out. The big thing is that the amount of savings. So I can now bend this. Let me see if I can just bend it a little off camera here. I don't want to stress it too much, but I can bend that probably. Let's see if I use the ruler. Oop, my whole setup. Sorry, bad camera work. Oh my God. There we go. So if you look, that's, you say with the bend, that's going to be what, maybe an inch and a half. About an inch and a half, I would say, bend versus 6 inches. So I just saved myself, 4.5 inches of space next to my power station. And I think this is going to work very, very, very well. I'll tape it up and I'll put shrink on it. And I'll do all the stuff you should do to protect this. And there goes my setup again. But at any rate, I just want to show you that because I think that a lot of the Bluetti people probably have the same kind of issue with this cable because it's so thick and heavy and takes up so much space. So I want to show you what's in there. I will, when I get it all sort of taped up and everything, I'll show you what it looks like. I'll probably show you it installed, how I installed it when I get it all said and done. But anyway, I just want to share that with you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, here's a follow-up to my video where I showed you hacking up that cable. So you can see what my issue is here. This power station really wants to be far that way as it can be. I really would like it in line with the edge of the air conditioner, but it looks like it'll be maybe within an inch or something. And so you can see, if you look down here, let me turn on my headlight. Let's see. So you can see right now it's within 2 inches of the wall. I might be able to do a little bit better. Sorry about my fingers there, but hey, I'm not a videographer. So that's a reasonable bend, I think. One of the concerns I have, of course, is that all those connections end up with stress on them. So I will do something to make it take the stress off the connections, of course. Now this cable comes up here, and again, once again, we've got probably some stress on those connections. So I'll probably zip tie this to something in here, or I'll put a support up here that I can zip tie that cable to, so it's not being stressed or with road vibration or whatnot. So this area over here will probably just be a cubby for Apple TV and pucks and electrical cables and things like that. I'll just sort of box it all in, and it should be good, I think. So I think Bluetti, if you ever watch this video, you really should make a right angle version of one of these. If you did, I'd buy one because it's kind of a pain to have to cut up a cable. And it's probably not so good because I really am going to have to pay attention to the stress on that cable. I might actually go back. You can see where I cut back some of the insulation. I might actually cut back even more insulation and maybe I'll zip tie it to the bottom with a sticky, self-adhesive cable tie mount or something. But anyway, I think this is going to work. I just need to make sure that long term doesn't vibrate itself apart. So I think that's cool. More to come, I guess. Thanks for watching.